and I'm back with another video. This is the Haves or the Have Nots episode, season 7, episode 4. Oh, let's get through this episode. I am tired. But okay, so if you are new to this channel, to my channel, welcome. Please make sure that you subscribe. Go ahead and do that now. Like, why wait? You don't want to wait because you don't want to miss a video that I put out. So go ahead and subscribe now. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you're not a subscriber and you've been here before, make this the time that you subscribe. So go ahead and click that subscribe button for me. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get into it. So basically, in this episode, Candace, by now we know that Benny has been kidnapped, and they don't know if Jim is gonna live or die. And so Candace goes to Mitch's family's bar, and she basically tells them like she's looking for Mitch because she's looking for her brother, and they left her house together. And basically, from the vibe that you can get from Mitch's, I think, cousin, you can tell that he's like, oh, we don't like your kind here. So basically they're racist, and Candace is like, I know that y'all don't like black people or whatever, but I really don't care. I'm here for my brother. I need to find out where my brother is. Like, Candace really does not care. And she's just like, I think Candace is gonna go back. Hopefully she does not, but she might end up going back to the old Candace, because of the circumstances that's going on around her. So basically, they get a call from Mitch. His family gets a call from him, and then they go to where Mitch is, and of course Candace follows them. So Veronica and Derek are talking, and Veronica is basically trying to blackmail Derek into finding some information on Real. So he told Veronica that he's not going to help her, that he has information on her that he can bury her with, and But we all know Veronica is a snake. Veronica can get out of anything. And she basically tells him, like, I can basically frame you for a crime. I have cameras of you coming and going from my house, and this and this and this. And so basically she's blackmailing him into getting her what she needs, which is some dirt on Real, so she can put him away. Because it seems like Real, remember I told you I felt like Veronica met her match with Real. It seems like Real has Veronica shook, and she's trying to find a way to basically get him put away so he can't bury her. David and Jeffrey go to the hospital to check on Jeffrey go to the hospital to check on Jim, but the doctor tells him he does not have much information on Jim. He doesn't know what's going on with Jim, just that they have to wait because he's in surgery, and that's really all that they can tell him at this time. And then when they come back from commercial, they have Jim on the operating table. Jim flatlines, and they cut to the next scene. So at this point right now, Jim is dead because he flatlined, and they have not brought him back to life. So we have to see whether or not Jim is going to be brought back to life. I guess in the next episode, they're going to play this out to the end, I guess. So David sees Celine, and Celine is trying to figure out what's going on with Jim. David is like, Celine, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm here to see about Jim. I want to know what's going on with Jim. And he's like, well, I don't know anything. And she's like, yes, you do. And she basically is like telling David, that she wants to know what's going on with Jim because he stopped paying child support for her kids. She doesn't have any money, and she needs Jim to survive so that she can go talk to him and tell him, hey, you got 2 other sons, and you treating Wyatt like Wyatt's your only son. You need to take care of the other kids that you have. And so she's fishing David for information, and she finds out that Wyatt shot Jim, and she just thinks that's hilarious because the one son he put on the pedestal is the son that tried to kill his ass. Go figure. Go freaking figure. Anyway, so Jeffrey and Madison are talking, and Jeffrey is on edge, so Madison gives him some medicine, and he's like, what's this? He was like, just take it. It'll calm you down. And I'm guessing it's like some CBD or something. So Jeffrey took it, and he calmed down a little bit, and then they start talking, and he tells him, oh, your stalker's gone. And he was like, what are you talking about? And he was saying like Justin, which basically was stalking Jeffrey. He was like, Justin's gone. He checked himself out of the hospital. We haven't heard from him. And Jeffrey was like, And Madison's like, why are you saying, Are you still in love with him? Do you still have feelings for him? And Jeffrey was like, no. But he's glad that he's gone. And then Jeffrey started feeling the effects of the medicine, and he was like, ooh, this got me kind of woozy. Jeffrey ass high now. I just hope he don't get hooked on whatever Madison gave him, because what a crazy twist that would be for a person who is a drug addiction therapist to become addicted to a drug. So Veronica goes to the jail. Because Derek came back and told her that Real will do whatever she wants as long as she gets Quita out of jail. So she reluctantly agrees to get Quita out of jail. So she goes to the jail, and before she walks in, Catherine is refusing to go in the cell. So the guards tase Catherine. I'm like, are you guys crazy? Do you guys know who this is? But that goes to show, it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how much power you got. Like, these people are not going to treat you any differently. Okay? Like, they are not going to treat you any differently. So, if you can't do the crime, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Because you're going to get treated just like everybody else. So, Veronica and Catherine are having a back and forth. Veronica offers to help Catherine, but Catherine says she wants nothing to do with Veronica. And Veronica's asking her, why is she in jail? And she says, oh, I'm in jail for the crime you committed. And Veronica was like, what do you mean? And she's like, you shot Jennifer Salas. And Catherine's basically trying to set Veronica up. And Veronica was like, no, honey. Everyone knows that I didn't do this because, see, a bitch like me, I would have went for the face and you went for the chest. That's not my work. Like, Veronica is ruthless. She does not care. And I'm like, okay, Veronica. So they go back and forth or whatever. And since Catherine will not take Veronica's help, Veronica basically, tells her that she is going to go, that she may eventually testify against her just to make sure that she goes away. Like, she's just threatening her. And Catherine tells her, Veronica, go to hell. And Veronica was like, well, I would tell you to go to hell, but bitch, you already here. Excuse me. Veronica is crazy. And Catherine, and she was like, Veronica's like, I wish they had some hairdressers in here because you look a hot mess. You need to get your hair done. And Catherine was like, well, bitch, at least my hair is real. You wearing these weaves. You just weaving it up. I'm like, oh my God, Catherine, really? Like, y'all really in a jail going back and forth with each other? Like, really? Okay. So the Secretary of State comes to visit Charles, and Charles is like, basically wants to know, why is this Secretary of State here? And the Secretary of State, says he's just there to check up on him and that he wants to talk. But that's not the truth. He's not really there just to check up on him. He wants to talk to him about Candace. So they go to have dinner, and he reveals that he is having an affair, and he's trying to convince Charles to have fun because he's saying that him having an affair saved his marriage. And Charles is like, so you saying that I should get a side chick? So you saying that I should still mess with Candace, but don't tell anybody? He was like, hell nah, don't mess with that bitch. She would F up your whole career. But I'm telling you to get you a little side thing and have a little fun, and nobody has to know about it. He's basically telling him that Candace is beneath him, and he needs to be with someone that he needs to get in bed with someone that can make him go higher. He needs to stop aiming low. He needs to aim higher, basically, is what he's telling him. Mitch is looking for Benny, and the people are threatening to throw him out of the club, and he's like, I'm not leaving without Benny. And then his family shows up, and that's when all hell breaks loose, because Candace shows up with them. Like, and before his family showed up, when they were getting ready to throw him out, Mitch said, oh, do you know who my grandmother is? And he was like, oh, I'm supposed to be scared of your grandmother. He was like, yeah, because she's such and such Malone. I forgot her first name. Then they were like, okay, leave him alone. And then Candace shows up with Mitch's family, and she asked the scripper where Benny is. And the scripper did not want to tell Candace anything. And Candace is like, where is my brother? And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so Candace, being the person that she's trying to change from, but she went back there for a little bit, proceeded to hold her by her hair and beat the shit out of her. And she basically punched her. Where's my brother? I don't know. Bitch, where's my brother? I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, so she's just punching her, and she takes a bottle and she breaks it and she puts it to her neck, and she's like, bitch, if you don't tell me where my brother is, I promise you I will slit your throat. I will cut your pretty little face. And I'm like, okay, this is the Candace that everybody is used to. Candace is becoming ruthless again. And they basically tell her, the girl really didn't know the people. She just did it for a thought. She just set Benny up basically for $1,000. And so the owner said that he didn't know who it was too either, and he just met the guys today, until they threatened to burn his script club down. Then he said, oh, I have a camera. He all of a sudden remembered that he has a camera, and he got their the color of their vehicle and their license plate number. So they get the information that they came there for. And Mitch's cousin is like, did you see that? Did you see what she did? I kind of like that. I think Mitch's cousin has a thing for Candace, because back at the hotel, back at his family's establishment, he was like, he likes what he sees, but at the same time, their family doesn't like black people. But I think he got a thing for Candace though. Hannah gets home, and she's trying to call Benny. Of course, she's not gonna get a hold of Benny. We all know that. So the lawyer calls her, the lawyer Marty, for Catherine. So she tells him what is happening with the choirs, that everyone has been shot and Wyatt shot them, and he thinks that she wants him to go get Wyatt, and she's like, no, let me explain to you that Catherine is in jail, and Catherine wants you to come get her out of jail. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go down there. She's like, do you need me to come? And he's like, no, you're not gonna be able to do anything right now, so I'll call you and I'll let you know what's going on. So basically he goes down to the jail to make sure that Catherine is okay. Justin, no, let me back up. Then Derek calls Hannah, and Hannah is like, what do you want, Derek? And she's like, I told you not to call my damn phone no more. Stop calling my phone. But Hannah, listen to me, don't hang up. I spoke to Candace, okay, and Candace told me that she wants to meet with me, but I want to have your blessing. Derek, don't call my damn phone no more. Goodbye, and hung up. Hannah is not having this thing with Derek, but I just feel like, even if she does not want to be with him, I understand that he raped her, and the product of that was Candace, but this happened so many years ago. you have to forgive. If not for anybody else, you have to forgive for yourself. You have to forgive him so that you will be able to move on from the situation. Even if you don't want nothing to do with him, you still should forgive him. Veronica gets Quita out of jail, and she tells Quita to write a note, but Quita's like, I ain't doing nothing. And she was like, girl, you will write this note like I told you to. And Quita's like, and if I don't? I love it. She's so ghetto. And Veronica's like, and if you don't, I'ma lock your ass back up. And she's like, I ain't writing nothing. And they just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then Veronica threatens her some more just to get what she wants. And Quita's like, ooh, he must got you shook. My baby daddy got you scared, cause you really trying to force me to write this note. So you must be you must really be scared. He must really got something on you. She's like, oh, I ain't scared of nobody. I'm not scared of nobody. Quita's like, well, give me the paper. I'm gonna write the damn note. And so she's writing a note, right? And she gives it back to Veronica, and Veronica was like, what the hell is this? And she's like, what? And she's like, girl, this ain't even English. This is Ratchet. I didn't know Ratchet was a language. I knew Spanish was a language. I knew, what did she say? Creole or something, or some other language. But I didn't know Ratchet was a language. And I'm just like, Veronica, shut the hell up. You sound so stupid. And so Quita, was leaving. And she was on her way because she's a free woman now. And Veronica sits down next to this man, and she's like, hey, can you read this? Do you know what Ratchet is? I've never seen Ratchet language, but this is Ratchet. Do you think you can decipher this? The man looking at her like, no, bitch, get away from me. Oh, Justin shows back up at the hospital saying that he's in pain and he does not know what's going on. So Madison agrees to go check him out, and just for whatever reason, Jeffrey goes in the room with him. So Justin's like, oh, so you guys are back together and you guys are still messing with each other? And they're like, no, we're not messing with each other. There's a lot going on right now. And then he was like, oh, well, what's going on? And Jeffrey's like, oh, now you're concerned? Like, that's none of your business. So basically now Justin was all up Madison's ass, wanted Madison to be friendly with Madison or whatever. But now I think he was doing that to try to get close to Jeffrey, because now he's like, he don't want Madison to help him. He's talking about, I don't need a nurse, I want a doctor. And Madison was like, fine, I'll leave. And he left. So that leaves Justin and Jeffrey in the room together. And Justin's trying to talk to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's not having it. And Jeffrey is like, I don't have nothing to say to you. And he begs Jeffrey to stay, but Jeffrey's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. And he leaves Justin in the room alone. And Justin is mad, but oh well, because you basically stopped this man, tried to kill this man. That man don't want nothing to do with you, you psycho. Catherine and Wyatt end up together in the holding cells, and he is just antagonizing her, and he's relentless, and he's ruthless, and he's just going in on her. And then he tells her that Jim is dead, basically torturing her, but he does not know this to be true. He just thinks that he killed Jim, but he don't know if he actually killed Jim or not. So yeah, this is the end of this episode. I'm sorry if it wasn't as entertaining as some of my other reviews, but I'm really tired. But I wanted to get this video out. I want to thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already done so. Subscribing is free and it really helps me out, so please do that for me. Thank you very much. And if no one else tells you that they love you, Arsharae loves you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.